Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is Stacy and I'm so happy to see you here today. If you are new to my channel, I am a Twitch streamer, I'm a cat mom, I'm a world traveler, I'm a former volleyball player, I'm a current CrossFitter, I'm a weeb, I'm a geek, I'm a nerd, and I love learning new things. And the entire purpose of my channel is for me to broaden my horizons in the realm of music and listen to songs, bands, and artists I've never heard before. And so today we are diving more into the Rolling Stones and we're listening to a song called Sympathy for the Devil. I personally have been enjoying the Rolling Stones a lot. I really like their style. I like their vibe. I like their music I have listened to thus far. So I'm really excited to have another song under my belt today from them. So if you want to be a part of my musical journey, please be sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel, as it really helps growing content creators like me, and you can follow me along as I discover and deepen my relationship with music. So without further ado, let's get into the reaction. Okay, Rolling Stones Sympathy for the Devil. Let's get started.
Please allow me to introduce myself. I'm a man of wealth and taste. I've been around for a long, long year. Stole many a man's soul of faith. I was around when Jesus Christ had his moment of doubt and pain. Made damn sure the pilot washed his hands and sealed his face. Pleased to meet you. Hope you guessed my name. But what's puzzling you is the nature of my game. Stuck around St. Petersburg when I saw it was a time for a change. Killed the Tsar and his ministers. Anastasia screamed in vain.
Wow.
I rode a tank, held a generous rank when the blitzkrieg raged and the bodies stank. Pleased to meet you. Hope you guessed my name.
Wow.
Oh yeah. I was puzzling you with the nature of my game. Oh yeah.
Wow.
I watch with glee while your kings and queens fought for 10 decades for the gods they made. I shouted out, who killed the Kennedys? When after all, it was you and me. Let me please introduce myself. I'm a man of wealth and taste. I lay traps for troubadours who get killed before they reach Bombay. Pleased to meet you. Hope you get my name.
Oh my goodness. Okay, sorry. I am going to pause right here. We're going to go back 10 seconds. This song is a trip. My goodness. I don't know exactly what the drums are called. I'm sure they have a name for them, but I don't know off the top of my head. They sound so interesting in comparison to the lyrics and with the piano and everything. They just kept going. And Mick at the beginning was singing so slowly, but it might be bongos, I'm not sure, but the drums just kept going. It's a steady beat throughout this entire song. This is such an interesting composition with interesting lyrics. He mentioned the Kennedys, he mentioned Tsar Nicholas with Anastasia, he's mentioned the Blitzkrieg and all of that. Wow. I didn't know what to expect going into this song, but it's definitely not this. It has a uplifting sort of vibe to it, but the lyrics say a totally different thing. It's kind of reminding me of Paint It Black, where the beat and the music itself is so uplifting and so cool. It's a bit haunting in Paint It Black, but the lyrics say something completely different. The lyrics are actually so sad and so grim. And with this song, it's just kind of disturbing. The lyrics keep me on edge. It kind of makes me uncomfortable, but I'm here for it. I'm liking the song so far. It is unlike anything I've ever heard before. So I'm really excited to hear what the rest of the song has in store for me. So let's keep going.
Pleased to meet you.
Woo woo.
Hope you get my
Woo woo. I like that.
But what's puzzling you is the nature of my game. Ah, yeah. Get down in it.
Oh. God.
Pleased to meet you.
Wow.
Hope you get my name. Oh, yeah. But what's confusing you is just the nature of my game. Yeah. Just as every cop is a criminal and all the sinners saints. The Texas tale just call me Lucifer. Need of some restraint. So if you meet me, have some courtesy, have some sympathy, and some taste. Use all your well-learned politics, or I'll lay your soul to waste.
Wow.
Pleased to meet you. Hope you get my name. Yeah. But what's puzzling you is the nature of my game. Mean it. Get down.
Okay. Wow. All right, I'm gonna pause again right here. So this song is growing on me the more I listen to it. At first, it's just like, what the hell is going on? But now that I'm more into it, I am growing to like it even more. It takes a while to get used to this composition. I feel like it takes a while to digest it and really absorb the music, the lyrics, everything about it. It's a little awkward and it's a little disturbing, but overall, it is really interesting to listen to. And I feel like the lyrics in this song are just done so extremely well. It is something that we're definitely going to have to look at after we are done with the song, because I want to dive deeper into the lyrics for sure. It's a song that makes you think for sure, but it's also a song you can jam out to with the drums. And I have to say, that guitar solo was so piercing. My God, that was probably one of the most piercing guitar solos I've ever heard. So sharp and so clean. It was so short, but it was really, really good. So let's keep going. Woo woo.
Ah, yeah. Get on there.
Love this guitar.
Yeah.
That guitar is amazing. I love the guitar in this song. So I am so curious to hear this song live because I want to hear the backup singers in the Rolling Stones singing woo woo the entire time. They were doing that the entire song. I can only imagine that probably gets really tiring to just repeat that for 6 minutes. Wow. Again, what an interesting song, interesting composition, interesting lyrics, very, very interesting. I want to dive deeper into the lyrics. I feel like they are worthy of dissecting and diving deeper into. I didn't know what to expect going into this song, but it honestly wasn't this. Again, I have never heard a composition like this before. This is so different than anything I have ever heard, but it was still fun. I warmed up to the song the more I listened to it. I feel like at the beginning, I was like, what is happening right here? Because you hear Mick just going so hard with the vocals. He has his sassy flair to him. And then you have the drums, just the steady beat of the drums. You hear piano and then you listen to the lyrics. It's just an interesting concoction of music here. It's a really cool composition, but again, never heard anything like it. It is wholeheartedly unique to me. This is a song that makes you think. This is a song that I think you will never forget after you listen to it for the first time. It is, again, such a wild ride to listen to. The lyrics are crazy. The lyrics just stay with you. Just everything that was in this song just makes you ponder, makes you think, but it is a masterpiece in my mind. It's very poetic, and the lyrics I think are so masterful. And I have to say, I enjoyed the guitar solo so much. It was so slow, but I'm so glad they brought back some of that piercing guitar at the very end there. I think it ended the song very well. It wrapped it up very perfectly. And yeah, wow. Honestly, the Rolling Stones continue to surprise me more and more. Their songs are so different and dynamic, and they're so unique, especially this song and Painted Black. Their songs are just so catchy. They are so memorable. They just know how to draw you in from the beginning. And yeah, I'm learning really quickly that the Rolling Stones are quite addicting, if I do say so myself. So this is a very complex song. It seems to be a very dense song to unpack, and I will try to do it as succinctly and as smoothly as possible. So I'm going to read some of the lyrics to give some of my thoughts. It starts off with, "Allow me to introduce myself," and we all know that we are talking to the devil here. Mick is singing from the perspective of the devil, and he is talking about how he is a man of taste. He's been around for a long time. He was around when Jesus Christ was here. And then he goes on to say, "Pleased to meet you," which makes me think that he ends up meeting or influencing humans, just everyday people who have to undergo the goods and bads of life. Then after he introduces himself on a more personal level and kind of bringing some humanity to him, he talks about events that deal with humans, such as Tsar Nicholas dying in Russia back in the early 1900s, and along with his family, Anastasia, his most famous daughter. And then it talked about Blitzkrieg and Nazi Germany. And then he went on to talk about the Kennedys and kings and queens who fought for 10 decades for the gods they made. He goes about talking about real life events and how he was there. All of these events that he is talking about are tragic and are cruel, but he is saying both of us did it. It wasn't just me, it was also you. And when he says something like that, I believe he's saying that humans sometimes are just as evil as the devil himself. And a lot of times people blame the devil for overcoming them or for bringing about evil onto this world because, hey, there is a lot of it, especially in modern times. And they use the devil to mask their bad, to mask their corruption and their evil side. And Mick, singing in the perspective of the devil, shows that the devil is not pardoning himself of his evil ways, but instead kind of showing the hypocrisy of humans, and he's showing just how humans can be just as evil or very immoral. And we have seen that throughout history, and that is why he has laid out significant cruel events that have happened in history. And then when we continue on with the lyrics into the second part of the song, he goes on to say, just as every cop is a criminal and all the sinners saints, as heads is tails, just call me Lucifer, because I'm in need of some restraint. So if you meet me, have some courtesy, have some sympathy, have some taste. So when he goes on to talk about the cops and all saints are sinners or all sinners are saints, I think he is just talking about how complicated being a human is. I think the lyrics, just as every cop is a criminal and all the sinners saints, also show that everything is not so black and white. No person on this planet is all the way good and all the way bad. Like, most of us are in the middle somewhere. Most of us swing one side or the other constantly. And there is no way all of us can be perfectly good and perfectly bad all at once. And he even shows that by saying every cop is a criminal. Just as cops are supposed to be the keepers of peace and to protect others, they can easily also be criminals. They can also be bad at the same time. And also in the same vein, sinners can also be good. So this just shows the duality of men and how things are not so black and white. Things are very complicated when it comes to morality and being a human. And honestly, I think the Rolling Stones portrayed this perfectly. This is such a complicated topic. These lyrics are so deep, and I hope I am doing an okay job trying to explain my thoughts succinctly and smoothly. But just trying to talk about this complicated topic is so difficult. I can only imagine writing this song out, writing the lyrics, just thinking of ways to say what you're trying to say in a creative manner. And they do it so flawlessly. These lyrics are out of this world. I think this is such a geniusly written song. The message for this song is quite clear, even though it does require digging deep and reading the lyrics and listening to the song over and over again. It is quite clear. And the message of the song can basically be summed up in the title with sympathy for the devil, meaning cut the devil some slack because, hey, sometimes you are no better than he is. And sometimes we need to step back and examine ourselves and think, hey, am I doing good for this world, or am I just as bad as the devil here? It's all about accountability for our actions, accountability for our thoughts and our words, which, hey, I think is a good thing. I think we all need to look in the mirror every now and then and think, hey, am I blaming external things such as the devil, or is this something I can change myself? Is this something I can be accountable for myself? And I think most of the time it is. I think a lot of people like to put blame on other things, so they cannot work on themselves, so they cannot change themselves. But I think this song at the end of the day is a good way to think about it. It's a good way to reflect, and it's a good way to really hold yourself accountable. I think this song is incredibly made lyrically, and the way Mick sings it is just, I don't know, it makes me giggle a little bit. I just love the way he sings these songs. Even though the song is so serious and it's very pensive, the song itself is such a masterpiece, especially lyrically. The way that they laid out human events of cruelty, of tragicness, and then went on to talk about the duality of men, of human beings. It's just so genius. It's such a complicated, complex topic, but they ended up making it so poetic. And even though at first it doesn't feel very digestible, at least to me, it didn't. I think the more I got into the song and the more I realized what was happening and what was being sung, I got more comfortable with it and it made me think a lot more. I think this is such a genius song, seriously. Even though the song title is Sympathy for the Devil, I think the song is not saying to feel sorry for the devil. I don't think it's saying that we should follow the devil ways. I think it's basically just bringing awareness to our own actions and making sure that we hold ourselves accountable now and in the future when we do something that might be considered not so good. So again, this is a complex song because this is a complex topic and humans are complex. I think it all is very relevant though, and it will always be relevant. This is just human nature. And I think the Rolling Stones are so genius for making a song like this. It is a masterpiece, a profound work of art, and honestly poetry. And it's also really interesting during the song that these lyrics are being said to you that are so profound and deep, and then in the background you just hear woo woo and you hear it for 6 minutes straight. It's just, I don't know, I think that's the part that made me giggle quite a bit. It somehow fits into the song so well, just woo woo or hoo hoo. It just fit into the song so perfectly, even though the lyrics again are just so deep, profound, and pensive. You just hear woo woo and I love it. I don't know, there's just so much going on in this song. It's so complex and deep that I feel like it requires even further research than what I have done here. I feel like what I have done is so surface level, but at the end of the day, it is a really amazing song lyrically. I enjoyed it so much, and I love how Mick sang it. Mick still had his attitude singing these lyrics. I just love how the Rolling Stones are surprising me every single time that I listen to them. They are just so dynamic and so interesting to listen to. It just keeps me on the edge of my seat. This song kept me on the edge of my seat. I did not know what was going to come next or what was going to be said. It is definitely a piece of art that I will never ever forget. This is a once in a lifetime song, so unique and so amazing. And yeah, man, my brain is kind of fried after listening to this song. I'm not going to lie. It's a lot to take in and a lot to think about, a lot to digest, and also just a lot to think about and try to put it into words, what I think, and say it back to you guys. Like, wow, it has my brain going a mile a minute, but it is amazing and I thoroughly enjoyed it. So I think that will do for today's reaction. Thank you all again so much for watching. If you guys like this video, please be sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel, as it really helps growing content creators like me. If you guys are interested in some of my other content or wish to support me in alternative ways, please be sure to check out the links in the description box. If you guys are interested in seeing me live on Twitch, I'm live right now at twitch.tv/StaceyRPG, where you can see moments like this. If I squat, Mizu's going to See, I didn't even have to go all the way down. I knew he was gonna do that. The link to my Twitch is also in the description box. And I also want to give a huge shout out to my patrons. Thank you, patrons, so much for your contributions to my channel. You guys are the best, and I appreciate you all so much. Thank you for all you do for me and my channel. And if you wish to become a Patreon member yourself, please be sure to check out the Patreon link in the description box. Thank you all again for being here, and I will see you in the next video. Take care.